Hey guys, and a very good afternoon on this beautiful day here in April, at the beginning of April in Arboleas. I've come up from the town. I actually crossed the border now and we're in a little hamlet. Took me, 15 minutes from Arboleas, but we're actually in Cantoria, comes under Cantoria. Quite an unusual property for us because we're more well known, I suppose, for villas and coastal apartments and that sort of thing, but we do get a lot of demand for kind of doer-uppers, original kind of Spanish fincas, corticos, and this is a nice example of one of those. It's not occupied, it's a kind of very old family home, but the owners haven't been here now for many years, so it's got a nice sized garden, but as you can see with all this rain it's now all overgrown with kind of weeds, but at least it makes it look kind of green and lush. So you've got ample off-street parking, very difficult to see, but it's not all the land here to my left. There's a little concrete column you can see, so it comes up from the access road to this square here is included, and then goes up along the back of the house here, and that's the back of the property, but it's semi-detached. There's actually two properties. The white wall you see there in the distance is a fully reformed finca cortico, currently occupied by an English couple. So the land carries on up this little path. As you can see, plenty of room for off-street parking. There's a few fully refurbished kind of houses in this little hamlet, and none of them have added a swimming pool, which is quite interesting, but I don't know why, but there's ample room. So a little kind of ex-animal store here, and then coming up you've got a tiny little orchard with figs and nispero and oranges and lemons. And you can see this part of the garden, this has been tilled, and that's the land. Once it gets past the tilled part, that's another property's land just through there. Carry on around here. You know, there's no fences or walls marking the boundary, so I can appreciate it's going to be a little bit difficult, but there are all kind of posts and little points hidden away, so we've got a topograph picture of the plot as well. So that little enclosure there belongs to the house that's refurbished and lived in. Is opposite that. This is another little area of the garden that belongs to this one. I suppose it could be used for a parking area, but it's far easier to park the car at the back where I've come in. Now, you're not in any walking distance of bars or restaurants. I suppose the closest one is Bar Colorados, which is, I think, 3 minutes in the car. And then the next one, 2 kilometres further on from that, the famous Catty's Bar. And then you're going down towards Arboleas Centre. And this is the property. So that little cactus you see there on the left marks the boundary, so this is the property. And it was an occupied house, but as I mentioned earlier, hasn't been for years, and it needs quite an extensive refurbishment, as we'll see when we go indoors. But it gives you kind of lots and lots of options, and when these have been done properly, they can be absolutely staggeringly beautiful properties. And you can't get any more authentic, of course. This is the type of house I bought many years ago and kind of refurbished. A lot of blood, sweat and tears, but well worth the effort. Let's go and take a look indoors. And you know, it's in its original format and following a very traditional, well-worked design. So you come into an entrance hallway, you've got partition walls to the left and to the right, which were used as bedrooms and are still laid out as bedrooms. Very good size one here on the left. And then a smaller one over here on the right hand side. Now, I've done in my house, and lots of people who bought this style of house, these partition walls have come out. In mine, it's a great big farmhouse kitchen that runs along the entire frontage. Others have made great big sitting rooms, or indeed some have kept them as bedrooms. It's up to you what you want to do. Check the thickness out of the walls here. So you're going through this archway into the coolest part of the house. So this was, as it is now, laid out as the dining and living area, salon. That curtain divides the stairway up to the upper level. A good sized room, centrally located, and specifically so it would be very cool in the summer months and warmer in the winter. Quite unusually, there's no fireplace in this because there normally would have been. The wall there is an exterior wall, so it's very easy to add a kind of chimney or pellet burner, etc. against that wall if you want to. And then down into bedroom number 3. And of course, in this video, I'm just pointing out these rooms as they are today. There's no need for them to be kept like this. You decide what you want to use as a bedroom, what you want to make into the living room. Now on this level, it'd be fairly easy to kind of, and not too expensive, to bring in a new tiling scheme, reformat, whatever, and make it fully habitable. And that'd be fairly easy to achieve. But the whole upper floor, similar to mine was as when I purchased it, it's literally a blank canvas. Traditionally, the animals and the produce and everything was stored on the upper levels. So coming on through, there's a door, double doors here that can seal this off. You got the electric hot water storage tank there. And the property's only bathroom at the moment. Sorry, there's no light in here, so it's a little bit dark. And then straight to the left of that, you've got the property's kitchen. Which I'd say is around 14 metres, so not the biggest and certainly not the smallest. I would be very tempted to move, as I say, the kitchen, make a wonderful kitchen diner on the frontage by taking out the partition walls and have all the bedrooms on the upper floor, or just keep the one off the lounge on the lower floor. Quick look from this end, and then we'll pop upstairs. Come through the curtain onto the stairway, and I've been surprised because there's this very good sized storage room just off to the right of the stairs. Now that's not the usual design, but hey, that could be made into a fantastic wine cellar or general storage room. And then this is back to the traditional again. This is exactly how my stairs looked when we bought our house. So they're a good size, wide, not too steep stairway going up to the upper level, but not tiled at all, and there is no tiling up here, as you'll see, and divided into 4 different rooms. So the first one straight in front of you at the top of the stairs, and again, this is as the ceilings and roofs were, you know, and they are waterproof and whatever, just don't maybe look particularly attractive, but that can be rectified fairly easily. And in this one, you've actually got a very big fireplace. So bedroom number 4 if required. And then back towards the stairwell. A smaller room off in here, there's no light in there, so again, a bedroom, a store area, whatever you want it to be. And that is kind of partition walling, so that can be opened out. And then another very, very big room. That's the roof of the kind of store and animal shed that you saw from the outside. I appreciate, you know, this is only going to work if you're really looking for It's not a villa. Little pan from this side, and as mentioned earlier, you've got a couple of bars fairly close by, driving distance. Then you're, what, 14-15 minutes max from Arboleas centre, and then you're off onto the kind of motorways connecting to Albox, Circle of Era, etc. And around a 30-minute further drive down onto the coast if you want to get down there. And the last two rooms on this floor, again, the walls to my left, you know, very stud partition essentially, so this could be opened up and make an absolutely fantastic master bedroom. With a second sitting room outside in the room we've just come from. So that's a quick walk around. Full details will appear shortly. Any questions, anything you need to know, you can see electric and water is connected already to the property. So any further questions, just drop us a line. Thanks ever so much for watching, and contact us as always, kalidahomes@hotmail.com, or give us a call +34 950 430 763.